Hello, everybody. Welcome, Rose Psychic Investigator. So, guys, I'm on a roll, huh? I'm on a roll again. I'm back. I'm on a roll again. I'm back. I'm on a roll again. I'm back. So, this is a topic that I got asked about, and sometimes in the last, I guess, in the last whatever, what was it like? 2 or 3 weeks, I've been kind of overwhelmed with other things, and so I would catch on some things sort of half or not really know about every single thing. You guys understand it, right? But one thing that has come up is related to Kamala and the report about what happened in the 2024 election. To be very 100% honest with you, sometimes we have the channel, this will hold, which the channel, the page, Substack page, which is great, but sometimes you don't know if it's official or not, right? And I wasn't sure. At first I thought it was like still unofficial, but then I looked it up just now. Not just now, just before, and I was like, well, no, here it is, the information. Because like I said, I sometimes don't even, like, I was not keeping up with everything, right? As I was telling you. So it's very interesting because truly Kamala has come out and talked about it, and the person who was in charge of the DNC during the last election has decided to not talk about it, and I don't even get into that. It makes me it's very on top of the things that we have to deal with garbage administration. We can't talk like Kamala, like seriously, it's not. And when I don't want to get frustrated, but when you think about everything is going on, why, you know what I mean? Like every single person who is shielding the truth, no matter what it is, no matter what part, like you're a bad person. You're effing up. You're seriously legit effing up. So it's really sometimes hard for me to understand why can't it's very easy to do. You just tell the truth. If the world were governed by that, just tell the truth. We wouldn't be in this situation. Because obviously the person who kept the information private is not as bad as Trump, but this is a type of thing that keeps us in this situation. Now, I read other things that I found, even from The Guardian. They think that has to do with Gaza. I don't think it. I think it has to do with the situation that we know about. Right? But let's check. Okay, so I also would like to highlight here a comment by Donna. Donna has left many comments about this. And here she says the DNC report needs to be read by the public. And who of the Democratic and Republicans in Congress and the Senate and the White House and others have covered up the truth about exactly? I mean, this is a kind of question that's almost impossible to answer because who? It's like it would be an N number of people, right? But I think, honestly, I think it's the majority of people because, and like I was saying, whoever has seen this, and every moment when something is seen and not and kept in a drawer, whatever it is not right. It's not right. It's like, but you see how prevalent this is, right? And this is what we are. This is what led to Trump. And I'm not even just talking about Kamala because she won, right? I'm talking about everything. Oh no, let's not rock the boat. Oh, I don't rock the boat. So and remind me, even though this is obviously not live, I want to talk about this man, the man who was keeping the DNC guy. Okay, what's the deal with him? I'm sure there's likely threatened, but honestly, guys, the power. I'm like, this is the minimum. If it's all the truth, it's the minimum. And look at how many people are suffering. People are literally dying because somebody decided not to tell the truth. Every moment, every single person who decided to look the other way. That's why we are in this situation. Okay. Well, let's do the protection. I'd like to ask for protection, a beautiful ray of light coming on top of my head as I breathe in. I feel my lungs. As I breathe out, I create a circle. I create a circle, I step into it. I step into it, I feel protected, I feel connected. I'd like to ask that information come only from the highest sources, that it create the good, the good, and so it is. So let's get straight to the question, which is the headline even in the Guardian here. Why is the Democratic Party still hiding its 2024 election autopsy? So why is the Democratic Party? So I see this image of Kamala sitting, well, as you guys know, I went to see her live and she was talking. And then there's hands ripping, like as if there was a photo of her and they're ripping it into pieces. And then I see this image of like satellite signals that changed. That's right. It's saying, oh, but we don't have the exact evidence. But it's saying, oh, but we know we don't have the exact proof, so we can't say that publicly. And I see that the guy, I think his name is I'll have to look into him a little bit. He's like, okay, so, and really, I told you guys when I started reading the book, it was shocking to me, honestly, part of it, because she was really harsh on a lot of the people. But I get it. It's like she couldn't say it, I don't think, publicly what the issue really was, right? So all these people, and when I saw the image of the paper being ripped up, they don't like her, these people. And it's like, it doesn't matter. It's like, that's the whole point. Who cares if you don't have to like her? That's the point. It's not your responsibility. It's not your job. You are not, this is illegal. Like, you know what I mean? This woman won the election and they are trying to pretend like she didn't. Like, it's not okay. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I didn't like her anyway. And I see the image of Jen Psaki, by the way. She's close to those guys from the pod, those that like the pod, the so-called pod guys. America saves, you know what I'm talking about? I don't know. I don't want to talk about that. I don't get aggravated. But let's see. Okay, so again, the question I saw the question here: why is the Democratic Party still hiding its 2024 election autopsy? Alrighty, let's see what the cards have to say. So because, like I said, guys, sometimes the cards really are good because really, I get very aggravated. Understanding, right? I get aggravated. I don't understand why they just don't say it. So why are they still hiding 2024 election topsy? Oh, look. Oh, okay. Okay. Flow. So let's see. Now this is delay, deal. There's a man here, a battle, fighting. It's not over yet, essentially, this card. Let's see what the other cards have to say. So why is the DNC still hiding? Okay, money, interesting. White House, melancholy, misfortune, okay. And it's interesting as I see these cards, I'm like, okay, so I want to find out more, but let me just be patient. And interesting, prison, private, meetings. And there's also a happy relationships, but also it's just a card of deal, essentially a deal. It's love, success, but it's also a form of marriage in a way. Okay, so friend, treachery. Okay, yes, blocked. Interesting stars, and I got goosebumps as I say this. The Starlink. So now let's see here. Delay, money, accounts, prison, friend. Oh, do they not want to let her fundraise? Okay, so here's deal with the White House, private treachery, man upset, meetings blocked, fighting until the end, misfortune, deal, Starlink. Now, See, this is very clear here. I think they want to prevent her from fundraising, it looks like. There's something to do with that. Now, this is interesting because the White House, now I want to do more cards because the White House, which one is it? Is the White House of Biden or Trump? Because is there some sort of deal with the current White House? That's even, I mean, honestly, anything is possible. Oh, prison upside down. Interesting. Here we have prison. Prison could, okay, so did they threaten? What is it? Surprise. See, finding something here, surprising findings abroad. See, I don't think that it has to do with, as some people are suggesting. I think it has to do with the discovery, very illegal discoveries of something related to something foreign, right? Uh-huh. Okay. And here, what about the misfortune card? Okay, messenger upside down, service, not for long. Honestly, guys, I wouldn't put it past it. If this guy, I want to look into him. This man from the DNC is himself. I feel like, I think he's, doesn't make sense. I just, because it's the thing. At this day and age, it's not acceptable. There's no excuse. There's no, oh, I don't want to. It's like, oh, I'm not going to go after Trump because I don't want, random voters to be like upset at me. That's not your job. Okay, that's not your job. So, yes, I think it's, so, okay, let me just ask. This is this guy a traitor? So what's his name? What the hell's the name of the MFer? Martin. What's the name? Martin. Ken Martin. Okay, so what about this okay, so what's up with this guy Ken Martin from the DNC? Is he hiding something? Okay, let's ask. So the question is, what's up with this guy Ken Martin from the DNC? Is he compromised? Because again, like think about it. If I think any of us watching would be like, wow, if found this awful thing happened, this woman, she won and they stole the election. Wouldn't, I mean, I understand it's a personal safety issue, but wouldn't you try to make it public? Like, come on. Come on. Okay, so what's the deal with this guy, Ken Martin? Is he compromised? I see that wow, I see it's not literally Trump, but somebody connected to Trump is threatening him in some room, and there's two envelopes. It's saying one is the outcome if you share it, and the other. And I see they have, wow, like a photograph of him. They have some I think it's possible they could have some compromise on him, and he's being kind of like told, "Oh, you don't have to talk about it, do you, Ken?" Wow. Oh my God. Okay. Wow. Okay. So, Jesus Christ. Okay. So, tell me about Ken Martin. Is he compromised? Interesting, because this is upright is truth, objectivity upside down, compromised, collecting money. Oh, the devil. Interesting. I put the little outfits on devil. Wow. Yes. Okay. So, what's interesting is that here now, the devil, we know I like it's, yes. I think just by the cards alone. Now, what's interesting that I get here is that you have here the person is in a tight, like right there's like this to me, the upside, this is a card of being under pressure, a lot of times under your own pressure, but in combination with the card of the devil. And here is it trying to collect. It's possible that some people who are also Democratic donors are saying, no, don't do it. Don't go after this. We don't want that. You need to raise money. And if you make that public, it's going to compromise your ability to raise money. Okay. Here, tree organization for a long time, recognized letter. So interesting. So the organization has known about something for a long time. Okay. And this letter, now interesting, this letter is the thing that we want to be released, right? Okay. Here is man. That's him. Another one here. Enemy. Wow. Wow. Here is losses, lots of losses. Okay. Room interesting. Now, guys, it's interesting because I told you I had seen the image of him in a room, and he was like people threatening him. And a room upside down means covert. And I'm not very strict about these cards. I don't always like follow to the letter. What because the Sibylla cards, these are the Italian Sibylla cards, they have a specific meaning that is not like always. It sometimes can be more negative if it's upside down, unlike tarot. Okay, so here now interesting. Here is the old woman. This means like tradition, but the old, like, this makes sense. It would be like the entrenched political. Even though it sounds, I don't like to use the word elites, but it is, because it sounds like a conspiracy theory. But like, here's the man. That's right, the donor, the guy with money on the table. Theft. Wow, 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 wow. Ideas, okay, or what's in it with plans. New beginning. See, like that's. I think the donors have sway over it. And they are in the tradition, and the letter has something to do with this. Okay. So, yes, right. Devil knows the devil, like shady things happening, recognition of covert things. That is a him. What is it about? Is it about him or someone else here? Money. Okay, he may have gotten money. Okay, here it is again, the man. Not a moment. So, yes, it's possible he's gotten. Oh, ending him. Okay. All right. So here is foreign. Okay. One more. What's missing here? Oh, this one. Okay, gift. That's it. Corruption. So maybe this guy has received, in fact, foreign money to keep quiet. Wow. Okay. So let me ask directly. Let me just ask directly here the question. Does Ken Martin know or have material information that the election was stolen from Kamala Harris? Does Ken Martin know? That's right. Wow. I see these, like, it's dark and it's these light beams. And I see that, wow, wow, Elon Musk is tapping on his shoulders like, I know what you're about. I know where you live. I know your friends. I know everything. But, oh my God, honestly, what is the point of you being elected? Like, he's not elected, but does it make sense? You represent with the people, and yet you just let it pass like that. Oh my God. And I see that he got money. He got paid for stuff. I think he got paid for that. And again, for entertainment purposes only. Okay, but that's what I'm getting. Okay, so does he know? Does he know about the involvement of the Muslim or Russia in the 2024 election results? Okay, that's it. All right, let's see. All right, let's see what the card does say. Plans. Now here is foreign, right? Judgment. Interesting here, right? Interesting because making plans, form plans, judgment. And then here is a plan to execute something upside down. So could have delayed the execution of something. Interesting. Like now here's the card of quid pro quo, right? But upside down means debt. So he may have debts to someone. Money, lots of money. Opportunity. Woman. In this case, it is Kamala because I'm asking about her. Talking. See the malady, sick, something sick. Okay, faithfulness, loyalty, conversation, fortune. See, it to me here, this is also a card of conversation. Here, the bird is also conversation in a way, chatter. I think there's money involved here in him. Okay. All right. Here is foreign. That's it. Foreign. Okay. Foreign money. Like here, there's money, lots of money here. From far away or for a long time. Okay. Here is deal. So yes, I think it looks like he could have been kept, like he was kept quiet because they have some dirt on him, and he was not just threatened, but he was also paid off, I think. All right, now that's so sad. Oh my god. Okay, so what happens next? Okay, what happens next? What happens next? Because really, it's very upsetting. Okay, very upsetting, right? Okay. So the next question is, what's next? Will this come out? Yes, I see her on a stage and this information is out. And I see somebody's holding the arms of this guy, Ken Martin, so that he can stop it. And she's talking about it. He's like, no, no, no. So, wow, interesting. And then I see Macron, interesting. So, let's see what the cards say here. Okay. So, what happens next? Is this going to be released? Wow, this card upright is um like an impasse. Upside down, truth is something's revealed. Okay, this is quick energy, sudden lover's deal. Oh wow, exposure of treachery. Amazing. Okay, so yes, it looks like it's gonna come out. All right, here. Oh wow, the priest upside down, the law. There's some kind of ruling here. Interesting. His color card is about information. About everything is in the books. So information here. Wow, attack. There's a military upside down. I don't think it's the military. A lot of times it's about an attack. That we were attacked. Young woman, person without experience. Or it could be the young guys, you know what I'm talking about? The guys from the Doge. I always thought that somebody's gonna talk. The boss. News. Also personal finances. Fight. See, aggression. Double aggression here. Change, or to create change for, right? For trash. All right, so we have, okay, here it is. Letter. That could be, is there, no, that's information about, okay, fortune, concern, sad news. That's right. Wow, okay. So let me just get, okay, that's it. See, these groups of people creating the aggression, exposure of the theft, and the person with no experience created changes, right? And also this card is interesting. Changes, but also means transfer of something. So, okay, so let's see here. Does the information that is going to come out show that Kamala is the president? She won the election. Wow, lies. The card of the cat upside down, lies exposed. Woman, that's it. That's her. Here is joyfulness of the, so people are celebrating, but bittersweet, right? The deal, business deal. Interesting. So does it show the lies exposed about, oh my God, more people working together? See, this is factions, right? Creating division. This is a great card. This is a card of truth, objectivity, worry. Cloud. Now, clouds could be something hidden, but also clouds like online, data storage. Spy. That's it. The card of spied. Oh, a snake. Okay. So, this is it. All right. And then here, an ending. Sorry, I was interrupted. So, all right, an ending. Wow. So the legal ending of something, the cloud and the sky and the snake creates an ending. Public, interesting. So, yes. Okay, here. Wow, false person. That's it. All these cards, the snake here, the wow, that's it. False person, everything coming out. Yes. People worried about the vision, but there's hope. It's also a card of hope. Okay. So very interesting. All right. So it looks like, yes, it will come out. So wow, very interesting. Okay. So again, for entertainment purposes only. All right. So thank you for watching. Okay, and I'll talk to you guys later. Okay. Bye.